Hello and welcome to the season finale of Notts County Youth Edition Career Mode. We are in the championship. We've wrapped this one up. We're 10 points clear, so we're going to simulate the two games against Southampton and Wolves. Wolves are 6th, Southampton are in 9th, and then we'll have a final game against Reading just to see us lift the trophy. Hopefully we can have a win in that one. Then we'll go through the episode and wrap up the season, do a nice big squad report, finish off June. And that will be the season finale. Ready for the next episode where we will be playing in the Premier fucking League. And the next challenge in front of Notts County. But let's get into this episode. I'll sim the first two games. I'll do a real live sim so you can see what's going on. I might send the reserves team out in one of them and we'll play the last game. Let's get into this. Alright, so an away game here against Southampton. The full strength team out on the pitch. And let's see if the boys can do anything without our help here against Southampton. You'd feel Southampton are probably a stronger side without us in control. And Rodriguez gets one there in the 42nd minute to give them a 1-0 lead. Tadic has come on for Reed. They've got a red card now. Ward-Prowse is gone. Civic comes on. Can the boys get a goal here? 10 minutes remaining, and we may lose this one to Southampton. And we do, 1-0. All right, youth player wants out. Eugenia Vera wants to cancel his contract. Let's go and have a look at him. All right, he's a 46 overall, 71 to 91 playmaker, and his stats aren't that great. So I'm just going to leave him there. If he leaves, he leaves. He's not going to be able to do anything for us, unfortunately. Final U-Scout report here from Russia. We've got an 86 to reject, a 71 to reject, a 73 reject, a 69 reject, and fuck all from Russia. Okay, Nadir Sonmez wants out of the Youth Academy. Another 16-year-old, 57 overall, 80 to 90 attacker. Do we want to take a gamble on that? I'm going to say yes. All right, home game here against Wolves, and Zakari probably playing his last game for the team as the 6th minute the Phobe scores, and it's 1-0 to Wolves. So Zakari I'm pretty happy to get rid of in the transfer window. Bun's ready to come in. So Zakari will pretty much be gone, providing we can get a transfer for him. And Mel's and Ayala have come on. So has Boubacar Yaboa, and it's not looking good here for Notts County. And it looks like another loss on the road here. Some bad form. Right, I'm getting a lot of messages of people that want out, so I'm going to have a look through here and sign up anyone that's close enough to bring in, because I don't really want to lose anyone that's quality. Izquierdo we can't sign up. Chris Black, we'll leave him there. De Jong Song is a 58 overall, 81 to 87. I'm going to leave him there for now. Dominguez. All right, let's sign up Dominguez. Vera, well, we can always sell him off. Francisco Acuna, 17 years of age, 47 overall, 72 to 92. I think we need to sign him up. Jack Bunn definitely needs a contract, but I'm going to leave him there for now because they tend to grow a little bit quicker in the Youth Academy. I want his reactions to get up. It's at 61, so that's all right. We'll leave him there for now. Mazalem has to stay there at 15. Morton Hussein, we have to bring him in at 17. Sonmez, we've offered a contract, have we? Yes. Robert Stevens, 53 overall, 77 to 94. We'll offer him a contract. And Radel Kuna, we can't offer a contract yet. Okay, unfortunately, Chris Black decided to terminate his contract. We had no idea. I didn't offer him a contract, but he decided he was leaving. So we've missed out on Chris Black, unfortunately. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Final game of the season. We're taking on Reading. And, well, what a season it's been. Even with those 2 losses, we're 4 points clear. So even if we lose this one, you know, we're still going to wrap it up. I wouldn't have fucking simulated if I didn't know that we're definitely going to take off the title here. So on 85 points, Reading are down in 7th. And a goal difference of 34. That is pretty sensational. We're using the vintage kits here in this championship. Final game of the season. And we will be heading to the Premier League.
Free kick given by the ref. Referee has shown the player a yellow card.
Free kick here for Reading. Prince Traore picked himself up a yellow with the challenge. It comes out and Mezu makes a good catch. It goes long. Lopez takes his man on. Lopez, has he got pace? He does. It's leaping Lopez into the box. Oh, ref. Yes, fucking oath you call that, mate. That was filthy. Last man, fucking red card him. See you later. Fuck off, you dickhead. And he pull pap. You can pap yourself all the way to the fucking change rooms, mate. Fucking plead your case all you like. Last man, you dickhead. What the hell are you thinking? Get off the fucking pitch. Look at this. Just absolutely molesting him and then just try some shit fucking tackle in the box. You, sir, are a fucking dickhead. Take your red and fuck off. All right, Delberg from the spot. Here we go. Delberg. Delberg from the spot does it perfectly and then fucking majestically Swan Lakes himself out of the box. And it's 1-0 here to Notts County. Just a formality now before we lift that trophy. And Messi, what are you doing, mate? There's a fucking net in your way. And that's his 31st goal for the season. Koulibaly off to Yao Kawasi. Slides this one off to Lucas, who has a red hot crack. Oh, what a save from Larson. And it was a decent shot there from Lucas at range. And they come away, and there's proper pressure here for Reading. Oh, Coton's done well. Ebanks Landell just slots this one forward. He's looking for Delberg. It's Delberg on a run. Can he? Yes, he can. 2-0. Delberg's got 2. Oh, here we go, 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 here we go. Oscar Delberg is the man that eats the pies. Oscar Delberg is the man that eats the pies. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Notts County 2-0. Oh, fucking wrap it up and just give us the trophy. Ebanks Landell can't get a piece of it. It falls to Delberg. Has a red hot crack. Oh! It's all happening here. Oh, where the fuck's that gone? Half time. It's 2-0. Lucas does well. Ebanks Landell fires it forward. It's Oscar Delberg. Has he got enough legs? He stops. He tries. It's Oscar Delberg. Can he finish? Yes, he can. He gets his hat-trick in the 90th minute. Oh, what a way to finish this game. Oscar Delberg gets himself in a hat-trick in the final game of the season. He's going to be up there with the trophy. Fuck me, just dawdled his fucking defender inside out. Trusty left. Finesse shot around the keeper. And that is it. Buried home. 3-0 win here for Notts County. Oscar Delberg picking up another goal for the season. He has been red hot. And it's just a formality now. We just wait for the whistle. And there it is. 3 seasons, 3 titles in a row. And Notts County are going to the Premier League, ladies and gentlemen. We've done it once again. A true underdog story this season, that's for sure. We were down and out in like 18th position. And we've crawled our way from fucking nowhere. Flipped it back up to legendary. And we are here lifting once more a trophy at the end of the season. Knocked out of the EuroLeague. Knocked out of the FA Cup early. Knocked out of the fucking Capital One Cup by fucking Barnet. But here we are. We're going to lift the trophy. And another title here. It's unheard of in my career modes, that's for sure. Normally we finish second and get the automatic promotion. But this fucking team, Notts County, are pulling together. Ebanks Landell, hopefully he fucking turns around and wants to sign a contract, or he could be fucking going straight out the door without any control whatsoever. Just does not want to accept a contract. But hopefully now that we're in the Premier League, we've won another title, he'll be ready to sign a contract. Coton the General once again lifting the trophy for Notts County. And the fucking crowd will be absolutely ecstatic with this one. Black and white from the sky. And the oldest team in Premier League football are on their way back to the Premier League. And the question will be, do we have the squad? And what will be the expectations of the board? We will find out soon enough. Oh, it's fucking great. The hobo, mate. He's got another cup to sleep with. Well, Maybe he'll go and get himself a fucking 3-star fucking villa. We're just about ready to upgrade him into some sort of hot property. Maybe he can sleep in the change rooms at the club tonight. Not too sure. He'll probably be pissed out of his brain somewhere anyway. And Notts County, championship winners. Get in there, lads. We're going to the Premier League. Thanks very much, everyone that's been a part of this. All your suggestions have helped us get to this fucking point. And now we fucking make our roads towards the Premier League. So 7 shots to 2 was an absolute dominating performance there. Oscar Delberg with a 9.4. And it's done and dusted. Let's wrap this one up. The scouting update here from the Ivory Coast. And Sadami, 77, reject. 65, reject. Or Isaac Fusini, 54 to 72, 70 to 94. He's coming in. Oh, and another one, Lansari Agbala, 46 to 62, 71 to 94. We'll sign him up. And a 58 to 80 reject. Monthly scouting update from Greece brings us back Angelos Christodoulou, 69 to 93. I will scout further. Tismita, 66 to 90. I'll scout further. A 69 we will reject and a 79 reject. Okay, so Stephen Ebanks Landell says he's come to the decision that it's been difficult, but he needs to leave the football club, so he's going to request a fucking transfer. Well, fuck you, EB. Mate, I'm going to sell you for fucking nothing, you daft prick. Right, so let's do this little bit of a wrap up here. Now, we finished 6 points clear. Obviously, we slipped up a couple there with the simulations, but an automatic through, and Cardiff City will be joining us. Bolton, Sheffield, Burnley, Wolves, all worth a mention. They played pretty well. Nice points. Southampton, interesting, only 9th. QPR, Leeds down to 15th. Blackburn, Peterborough, and Sheffield United will be relegated. Wigan, Bam struck a 9th team. Managed to hold on. Arsenal won the FA Cup 1-0 against Crystal Palace. We didn't even get through to the fucking round of 16 in that one. Capital One Cup was won by Swansea on penalties against Arsenal. So Arsenal like the team to beat at the moment. And Sheffield Wednesday beat Bolton in the playoff fucking final. Right, so Delberg pretty comfortably took the golden boot with 33 goals. Was there anyone else on the list from Notts? It doesn't look like it. Delberg was the main man up front. Assist was Ebanks Landell with 11. Well, he could be fucking departing the club. And Delberg with 7 assists. So very unselfish play there from the big forward. And that was it. Clean sheets, Mezu, unbelievably, with 17. What a fucking effort from him this season. And obviously there won't be any other goalkeepers for us. Yellow cards, well, I don't think there'll be many of these. No, we're not anywhere near the top of this. And as for red cards, pretty unlikely that we've got any as well. Okay, so here we have a special guest. It's Bama Striker 9 for a full in-depth analysis on our squad at the end of this season. Take it away, Bama.
Bama Striker 9 coming to you live on DK Squad Report here. We're speaking very closely to the microphone. First we have the hobo, Mezu, 84. He's up a lot of points. I can't even see because the screen's so small on my screen right now. The next player up is Kwame Zakari, 67 overall, showing great potential goalkeeper, and he's pretty decent. He comes in reserve role behind the hobo. Sometimes he holds a sandwich. The next man up is Gustavo Patrick Pereira Bonfim, and he has a very difficult name. We'll call him GPFB from now on. He's up 1 to 63. He's a good-looking lad, and he is growing nicely. Up next, we have the right backs, and we're going to start with Juan Angel Icart. Now, DK calls him Icart, but we know that that is incorrect. And he's a 74 overall rated player, up 1, decent physical stats, and decent defending stats as well. Boubacar Yaboa, up 4 to 66. He has potential to be special, but for some reason DK has not sold him to get the May glitch, or the May bump, excuse me. Slavko Susak, up 2 to 65, and he's pretty terrible. Let's move on, please. Thank you. Jordan McKay Stephen, up 3 to 67. Now this guy I like a lot. His physicals are very nice, and he's growing all across the board. DK needs to train this lad. Prince Aware, a player that DK likes a lot, and you can see why. He's got great physical stats. He's up 4 to 72, and he's a good center back. Can we move on, please? Can we please move on? There we go. Daniel Putin, Vladimir Putin's Russian brother, up 2 to an 80. And he's a nice looking center back player. DK calls him the general, and it's because he's powerful back there at the back four. Jordan Rhodes, up I can't even see that. I think it's 3 to 64. Center back, 18 years old, not growing on the physical stats. Probably need to get rid of this guy. He's not too good of a player in my opinion. Dusan Dragovic, 68 overall. I think he's up 3. Decent physical stats there, and they're growing. And nice looking player. I'd play that player a whole lot more. And see how quickly it goes? Why move so quickly? Now we're to Michael Adamensa. He's a decent looking player also, growing in his physical stats. Again, up 4. These guys need to be sold off and get a May bump. Don't you think? Yes, you do think. Daniel Josipovic. Yeah, that's what we're going to go with. Growing nicely on the physical stats, up 4 to 59. Young player. Again, needs to be sold off for a May bump. Charles Moyoyo. And he is the distant relative of Boubacar Moyoyo. Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging around like Moyoyo. Up 2 to 64. Mariano Garcia, out on loan at Real Madrid, up 4 to 64. Again, we're talking very closely to the microphone. Now he's growing on his physical stats, looking like a decent player. Have you noticed how DK has a lot of center backs? Maybe too many. Predrag Bogdanovic, up 4 to 66, out on loan to Wolfsburg. Again, a decent looking player, but not that great. I'd probably sell him if I was DK. Maurice Koulibaly, a nice left back, up 2 to 75. Decent physical stats, decent technical stats, and overall decent player, but nothing you write home to your mother about. Remo Pavlovic, up 1 to 62, an exciting prospect. Unfortunately, his physical stats aren't yet growing, and that means he'll probably be a dud. But what can you do? You need left backs, and this is what we're stuck with. Mohamed Adoumensa, up 3 maybe to 67. Physical stats are growing a little bit. Decent player. He's getting a little old at 21. Probably should have sold him sooner. Marcel Sivak, 72, and he's a decent center defensive mid, but you don't see him play a whole lot in DK squad. Eugenio Vera, up 1 to 47. Definitely need to sell this player and get the May bump. Otherwise, what a waste. Jordan Maravillar. You see DK play with this player quite a bit, and that's because he's a phenomenal player. He's a 73 rated center defensive mid. Nice physical stats, nice defensive stats, showing great potential, and overall a very good player. Sergio Moreno is out on loan at Barcelona, up 4 to a 61, growing nicely in his physical stats, will probably be a nice player one day. Alberto Alvarez Lopez, up 4 to a 76, right mid player, decent physical stats, decent technical stats, 22 years old, pretty decent player. Next up is James Mells, up 1 to 68, right mid, 21 years old. Probably need to sell this player. He's not very good long-term potential in my opinion. Nicholas Ayala, up 2 to a 61. Yeah, not much to say about this guy either. Let's just move right along. I guess he's an exciting prospect, that's about it. Mario Santana, he's out on loan at MK Dons, up 4 to 67, and he probably needs to take a hike if his physicals aren't going to grow, and right now they are not. Boutros Atef, up 4 to 58, physicals growing nicely. This guy needs a May bump. Sell him off, let him get the May bump. He's out on loan at Morecambe, and he's a shrimp. Serge Ya Kusawi. Recently acquired this player. He's a 75 rated center mid. I really don't know enough about this player to judge him. I guess we'll say he's okay. We'll see. Sammy Lucas, up 4 to 68. DK loves this player, and there's good reason. He strikes the ball well, he's a good finisher, and he's a good, strong presence in the midfield. Stephen Ebanks Lando, eBay, money, whatever you want to call him, 81 center mid, fantastic player, one of the best on the team here at Newport County. Mahmoud Islamovic, up 4 to 66, center mid, 18 years old. Yeah, he's okay, but nothing special again. I'd probably sell him. Elio, I don't know, Dominguez. We're going to call him ED, Emergency Department, because he needs one. He's an exciting prospect, but that's it. He stinks. Abdullah Kiaga, and he's 64 and he's growing. He's out on loan. I'd say you probably want to bring this player back from Dagenham and Redbridge, sell him off before he gets too old, let him get a May bump. Chola Owusu, he's out on loan as well, growing in physical stats, up 4 to 55. Again, another player that probably could benefit from a May bump. Tom Dari, the man with the most fragile bones in the world, up 2 to an 80. The worst physical stats for a player of decent stature, and that's exactly what this player is. An excellent free kick taker, but man, he is terrible in the physical stats category. Abraham Rumfa, up 3 to 58. Nice physical stats, nice technical stats. Again, a player that needs the May bump. As you can see, it's a common theme among DK's players. Chinadu Ajimang, and this guy's nice in my opinion. Up 4 to 69. Decent physicals, they're growing. I think DK needs to play more. Nadir Sonmez, that's what we're going with. I know I probably mispronounced it. He's a 57 left mid, and he's pretty terrible. Robert Stevens, 53 left mid. Yeah, let's just move on. These guys stink. David Nicholas De Ferreira Cunha, up 1 to 69. Central attacking midfield player, not very good, and doesn't play much either. And Morton Hussein, up 1 to a 52. This guy we recently added to the team. Central attacking midfield player, 17 years old, and hopefully he'll grow. Abdul Akwal has potential to be special, 17 years old, up 4 to 68. Would be fantastic if his physical stats were growing, but they are not. Move along. We need better players with better physicals. Sasso Verbic, up 2 to 67. Again, really poor physicals. You gotta have better physical stats for your central attacking midfield players, especially if you want to do well in this FIFA version. Dogo Lamptey, up 3 to 70. A center forward. He was injured and his stats have gone down a little bit. And he's a decent player in my opinion, but again, no growth in the physical side. Jay Chapman, 68. Right winger, and yeah, he's okay. Not much, he's whatever. He's Jay Chapman. Mohamed Nar, up 3 to 61. Decent physical growth, decent technical growth, would benefit from, that's right, you guessed it, a May bump. Francisco Acuna, 47 overall right wing player, and he's pretty terrible right now. So unless you sell this player and get a May bump, you have just wasted a spot on your roster. Oscar Dahlberg, Ibrahimovic's regen, up 5 to 78, has potential to be special, the best player on the team, and he's got exceptional physical stats as well. I'd probably play him every single match, which DK does. Jonas Kittle, up 2 to 77. Skittles gets a lot of action, and that's because he's a decent player. He's got decent physical stats, he's got decent technical stats. He's probably going to peak in the low 80s, and that's a good one. Borek Twardzek. This guy played a whole lot several years ago, and now you don't see him much at all. He's a decent player, though, and he continues to grow. It'll be interesting to see if he ever breaks into the team. That's the full squad. Thanks a lot.
Right, thanks very much to Bama Striker 9 for that in-depth squad report there. Just going through, just something a little bit different. I'd like to get guys on the channel. Make sure you go and check out his channel. It's Bama Striker 9. There will be a link in the description, and his name would have just flashed up on the screen. So make sure you go check out his channel, subscribe if you haven't already. And let's move on and wrap up this fucking episode. All right, so we got a manager award for the season. Well deserved. That's where we're going to leave it. Thanks very much for tuning in. We'll be back in the next episode, starting off the Premier League season. So look forward to that one, and I'll see you next time. I'm Spyro DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. And you have a good one.